I'm Bill.
And I'm Candace.
And we're the Disruptors. Well, Candace, who did you drag into the studio today?
I have an amazing gift.
You have a gift or guest?
I said gift.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This guest is a gift to humanity.
Gift. Oh,
I'm
wonderful.
totally convinced of it.
Are you totally convinced?
I am.
Good enough. Gee, that's great. Well, why don't you introduce him then?
Well, I am proud to introduce Keith Beshear of Minuteman Press.
Minuteman Press.
To the show. Minuteman Press.
Hey, that's great.
In our local area, they're located in Puyallup.
Yes, right next to the place that was those great big cupcakes.
Awana Cupcake.
Awana Cupcake. Oh.
Just down the street from the the Goose. The Hungry Goose.
The Hungry Goose.
There we go.
Tim Hall's and the Hungry Goose.
Okay,
yes.
That's on East Main.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Keith, welcome to the show.
Okay. Hi.
We were going to let you talk eventually. We were just excited.
Yeah, we're just excited at your location. We can nibble our way all the way up to see you.
Well, so here's the deal with the location. Right between Wana Cupcake and Body Logic Gymnasium.
Oh,
so
there we go.
You walk in, you tell us what you need printed, over to the gym, have your workout. Once you're done with your workout, you will get your cupcake.
Yeah, we're going to have a cupcake.
You come back to the office and pick up your product.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah, but the problem is I get to the cupcake place. That is
okay, Bill doesn't want to go to the gym at all. Let's just he lives in fork aerobics. Lifting it up to the mouth.
The gym, yes.
I know.
Such a waste of time.
You're that kind
when
of
they
guy.
have over 100 cupcakes.
Okay, we're Minuteman Press, but we're not instant press. We're not magic press. We can't do it immediately. You've got to give us a little bit of time.
That's good.
That's the reason to go to the gym.
And next door.
Well, I know with Awana Cupcakes, if you're on their list, you can eat, and after you eat so many or buy so many cupcakes, you get one free.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, see, Bill just hang out there all day long.
I'd be there for the whole duration of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good thing.
It would. So, how long have you been with Minuteman Press?
Since February.
Since February.
Yeah.
And what makes it a unique opportunity for us in the Valley that we have Minuteman Press there?
We're providing a local printing service to make sure that whatever printing our community needs is available in the local area. Specifically, our focus is on the service that we're providing to make sure that if there is an issue, and we're all humans, and so we make mistakes, and we're there to fix it. And if you're using some other service that is call that customer service line, you're not even going to get the same customer service person.
I do have to say that what I love about Minuteman Press, and especially about Keith, because he's just the face of the company, respectfully.
Oh, that's
right?
very true. Very true.
So what I absolutely
Can I interrupt?
Sure.
Well, sure.
Okay, good. Fact is, you don't want Keith to do your printing.
No.
You want Sue and Lyanna to do your printing. The two of them are awesome.
But you have something else. They're not building the relationships like you are.
Okay.
And so you come out and you build those relationships because you genuinely care. And I totally have to give the kudos out for that. That you actually care and that your heart is for the businesses that you're doing the printing with. So I love that.
That's
Total
really
shout out.
nice.
I mean, it is.
It is nice. And it's so much better to be able, if you have a problem, to go in and see Keith and say, hey, I got this. I need this reprinted, or I'd like to express and develop a different idea that you can't do online.
Well, I'm totally impressed with them.
So,
Thank you.
what
Yeah.
what all did you? How did you get started in that, Keith?
Served 25 years active duty in the Army and was looking for how I become part of the Puyallup business community, and met a gentleman named Marv Rogers, who owns Minuteman Press as his second business.
Oh.
And he was looking for a retirement plan, and hey, Keith, come take over.
Jump in there, Keith.
And the significance is, suddenly instead of working for a company in the Puyallup business community,
Sure.
I'm offering a service to everyone in that community. And so Candace, you appreciate you're recognizing what matters to me, because what's significant is I have a opportunity to serve the community. If I can do my little part to help each of those businesses do what they need to do, and each of those nonprofits do what they need to do, the cumulative effect is the community is a better, stronger place.
Absolutely. We totally believe that a healthy business makes up healthy communities. healthy communities make up healthy cities, and healthy cities make up a healthy state. So, you're just part of it. I often think that small business is the backbone. It really is the backbone to our country, but it's especially a backbone to our local communities where I think sometimes, all of the competition with internet sales, where you don't see a face, you just see a landing page. And last time I noticed landing pages don't talk, and they're not sympathetic, and they don't really care about your deadlines or your timelines
or your goals.
And one of the things that I do encourage our businesses to do is to have relationships with, especially, like with your banker. Well, you're not going to be with your banker every month, but with your have a good attorney, have a great CPA or an accountant.
Certainly.
And one of the biggest things that we're rolling into, and that is all my businesses we're working on, is by August, you see, they already have their marketing plan for next year. See, so right now we're finalizing all of their marketing plans for 2018. Well, what that does is that initiates them going down and talking to their printer for, not a hard line, but about a budget cost. So we know, okay, are we reaching, are we in our budget for this project? If we have to trim the fat, so to speak, where do we trim it at? And I know that it's not just, it's not just a business card. It's love behind the package. It's love behind those letters. So I love that.
Well, I think the other thing is very impressive about when you work with somebody, unlike online, you have a bunch of templates. Okay. So,
boring. Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah. And you're captivating this little box. You're putting this little box that you have to follow that template. Now, if people would stop and think for a moment, okay, then I have to fill in that template. I have to put this, and I have to pick, I like that font, I think I like that paper, but I'm not sure, but we'll see what it looks like when it gets here. You put all that together for the bargain price, and then when you race out to the mailbox and open it up, there's a disgusting moment because you didn't have any idea how to create what you now have is a dilemma, and you flushed money away.
So do you have access to designers? Let's say I'm not a designer nerd, okay? I don't have a creative bone in my body.
That's true.
I would submit that you probably have more creative bone in your body than you think. Is my immediate reaction if someone were to come to me with a statement to that effect. But the reality is, all that time you spent working, Bill, with that template on that website is time you're not building your business.
Yes.
That's
and
correct.
If you're in the business of plumbing, you're not in the business of printing.
No.
That's right.
And if you're spending time thinking and worrying and hassling with printing, you're no longer doing whatever it is your core specialty, or your strength. The way you ask the question is, do you have access to designers? So absolutely, on staff is Sue. And she is really, really good at what she does. And she makes sure that what you bring to us to print will actually print and look the way you want it to look. Oftentimes what shows up on a screen, once you put it on paper, it doesn't actually look the same way.
No, it doesn't look the same.
That's a great point.
And then if you have a more complex designing observation, and then if you have a more complex problem or project that you want to work on, we have a network of other providers that we can tap into to help you work through that creative process.
What types of print projects do you do? Because I think you also do, I call them tchotchkes, but trade show gifts, or do you do that as well?
Sure, yeah, we do promotional products.
That's a much better way of saying it.
So
yeah.
I'm still kind of hooked on my tchotchkes.
You're welcome to stick on tchotchkes and communicate it effectively. I knew what you meant, what you're talking about.
The rest of the audience had no idea. They thought it was a drive-in restaurant somewhere on, Pearl Street.
Once again, we're talking with Methuselah. It's okay, Bill. Catch up.
On the fries. Ketchup on the fries is always
so
good.
if you want a pen with your brand and logo and the correct colors, you want a squishy ball, we have access to all of that. One of the great things about being a franchise is we have pre-negotiated some of those suppliers, some of the best rates that they offer. Even the ones that we aren't doing in-house, we're going to make sure that color branding that you're asking for is tied together between what's showing up on your website, what's showing up in your promotional products, and then the printed items that we're producing in-house. That color, that branding, that model, wherever your taglines are on your product, on your items, they're all matched together, and they all communicate strongly that message that you're looking to get to your audience.
So now, if I had a project, I absolutely, on all sincerity, I have horror procrastination. I hate to procrastinate, and I won't. I'll stay up late, or I'll get up extra early to make sure something is done. But I do know that Bill loves to procrastinate. So if somebody doesn't want to procrastinate, yay. Okay, non-procrastinators unite. When do you think that, like 30 days, let's say I'm doing flyers, or a trifold or something along those, or even line cards, before I'm expecting that to present to the said date, how soon should I get that into you?
Most of the projects that we do are a turnaround of either 5 or 14 days. The majority of people bring to us a design that they're pretty comfortable with, and it's a matter of making minor adjustments, possibly having one of the, again, just like I have graphic designers available, I also have editors available.
Wow.
So you might say, hey, can we double check the grammar on this?
Okay, let's be honest. Is grammar an issue? I mean, really? Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can tell by look on his face.
I sure think so.
Yeah.
I would think that people shouldn't attend trainings events.
Right.
People have multiple trainings, or they have training events. But,
sure.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now you guys are picking on me, huh? Has he read my Facebook page? Is that where this is all headed?
Just spreading the love.
I'm not saying where I got that particular line from.
Okay, I understand.
I'm just saying.
That's
well,
it.
I read the line particular.
Read the line print. Okay.
Well, it's easier, with video becoming more and more popular. And matter of fact, I even got a question asked here not very long ago: do I think that printing will be dead? And I said, no. Are you outside your mind? We still love the feel of a paper. We still love a business card. Okay, we still love that type of interaction. And business cards have been around forever and a day. That's not going to go away anytime soon. So printing is not dead, and it's strategic.
It's targeted now more than ever before.
It is. Oh, speaking of that, do you guys handle? Let's say if I had no roosters, but thanks, Roger. See, because even Roger's paying attention. So we need to probably have his business card.
We have one listener. That's great. There he is. Good. Thank you.
So if I had, let's say, a mailer that I want done, do you provide that service if I'd like to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, sure. So I thought you were going to discuss, and you were going to use some term, and I was going to say, well, I've now learned that the correct term is variable data. Because I have such deep experience in the printing industry. So specifically, we can tailor and target the item that you're mailing specifically to the audience that you're trying to engage, personalize it, and make sure that you're engaging them. And again, the print part of your communication communicates tactily
I think Roger's getting closer.
At a level that seeing an image on a screen as you're scrolling by on your social media feed it just lacks the touch.
Sure. Well, I think that's really awesome. I think Roger's going to hire you.
No, I think that's wonderful. I think I've just found a new co-host for the show.
I know they were picking on Maddie earlier than him, but
Yes. With all the changes that we're having with social media, let me just take a moment out because you did touch on a good spot. We have the visual because we know now to catch somebody's eyeballs, we got 5 seconds. I'd rather talk to goldfish. I understand they have 8 seconds. So we have that 3-second span to do something with. With now audio capabilities really expanding and the video market is naturally gone up 72% in the last year. What would you say would be really relevantly important for a small business to really look at when they sit down and look at all these things plus their printed image? Yeah. What would you think would be the key to that to make it work?
Yep. Okay. Very good. I appreciate that, Bill. It's statistics are whatever they are, but it communicates a very specific thought. Part of the discussions that I'm reading as I'm learning this industry is, and this I've read this in a couple different places, is in the 20th century they talked about 7 touches that were needed for an advertising campaign to get a purchase decision. The number they're talking about now is more like 23.